Hey Chelsea fans, welcome to yet another edition of Mugumisa Talks Chelsea. It's a Thursday, and for the first time we're going to be going Throwback Thursday. So yes, we're going to be adding a little bit of a spice to our videos, and today is the first of that very one. So hey, thank you so much for tuning in. You are in luck. First off, it's a big day as far as Chelsea is concerned. Happy birthday, John Terry, 43 years of age today, a man that was the winning captain of our first ever Champions League title. And of course, currently it is sad that we'll never see him coach or manage Chelsea Football Club. If anything he said on the Obi-Wan podcast is anything to go by, he feels like that opportunity was missed when Frank Lampard did not give him that call to be part of his coaching staff at Chelsea, and now he looks like he's going to be going into another direction. But I'm keeping the hope alive. I am hoping that he does get to reconsider that. John Terry, manager of Chelsea Football Club, come on, who doesn't want to hear that someday? Anyways, he's won. Oh, he hasn't won. He did that. So as our captain or as a player at Chelsea Football Club, he won 5 Premier League titles. He won 5 FA Cups. He won 3 League Cups. He won 1 UEFA Europa League and also won 1 UEFA Champions League title. So how about that for a very well decorated man? It's not just that with John Terry. He's also one of 6 players to have amassed 500 appearances for Chelsea Football Club. Now, this is where you come in. I need you to go to the comment section and tell me 2 more players that managed to achieve that. Those answers are so easy. It shouldn't be so hard for you. So head to the comment section and tell me 2 players who made 500 appearances. Plus, John Terry is one that I've gotten to mention for you. I'll mention 3 more of those. So then I will leave you 2 that you can get to tell me. Ron Harris, did you ever hear of him? Well, he's part of Chelsea folklore. It's Throwback Thursday, so allow me to throw you those names. There is John Hollins as well as Peter Bonetti. I feel like I gave it away there, but hey, head to the comment section. Tell me which other 2 players have made 500 appearances other than the ones that I have mentioned right here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Mugumisa Talks Chelsea edition of this video on this channel. Yeah, I mixed my words up there, didn't I? But hey, let's get started officially. All right, now some big stories coming our way as far as Chelsea is concerned today are one of those, a story coming in from our captain from last night. It's a day all about number 26, isn't it? Levi Colwill shot number 26, captain of Chelsea last night as we unfortunately lost to Manchester United. Number 26, also the number of the man that celebrates his birthday today, John Terry. But hey, Levi Colwill, quick reminder, if you missed that video where we talked about him and why he wears the shirt number 26, video is right here. I will also be putting a link to this video in the description below so you can get to check that out. But he was speaking to the Chelsea website today after that game, and he did share a couple of things. One of those is that VAR has something against me right now. I don't know what I've done to them. Against Brighton, they tried to give a penalty, and then when I got pulled by McTominay, that is in the game last night, they didn't give anything. If I had pulled him like that, they would have given a penalty. It is what it is. It was a frustrating night. We had chances that if we had taken would have made the game quite different, but it's not. But it is part of the game, and we'll move on from it come the weekend against Everton. Hey, we really hope that Chelsea can do the business as far as winning the game is concerned on Everton. A little bit later on in this video, we're going to be looking at that preview. I'll be sharing with you the head-to-head on this video. On this particular game and my prediction on that particular one. Hopefully you too can get to share what we can expect over the weekend. More news coming in Chelsea today. The Athletic have an article. So if you have a subscription on The Athletic, please go ahead and read it and share a summary with us that do not. But yeah, Simon Johnson has a column in there that, of course, is speaking to a whole lot of what Chelsea fans have been speaking about on the timeline ever since that game was played. And it's something that he tweeted about, stating the last time CFC or Chelsea had no European football to worry about, they won the Premier League under Conte. What a season. I remember that loss against Arsenal and how we just turned our season around totally. But yeah, injuries haven't helped. Yeah, that's for sure. We in as much as we castigate Pochettino for all we want, we have to acknowledge that. But Pochettino has yet to show he's benefiting from getting extra time to work on things in training this season. And yeah, that is also quite frustrating. Someone was putting it as 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. I would go as far as 5 steps backwards in some of these games, because what was that performance against Manchester United, people? What was that performance? It was so sad. It didn't look like we were trained. Like I said in the video yesterday, by the way, if you missed that video, right here, I'll also be sharing that video, the link to that video in the link below. But yes, what was that game? Because it didn't look like we were coached. I do remember games like those, and I'll actually go further than that and say under Andre Villas-Boas, we looked like that. Under Scolari, we looked so terrible. I saw some games like those towards the end of Frank Lampard 1. I saw such games towards the end of Thomas Tuchel. But of course, many people in the Chelsea fan base have forgotten how poorly we played under Tuchel towards the end of his tenure. Now, of course, the PR has to PR. And I've seen even that kind of Chelsea in Frank Lampard too, right there. We didn't look coached against Manchester United, and I do hope that we can look much better. Is Conor Gallagher that important? Well, I had another video about Conor Gallagher right here. Check it out. It will also be in the description below if at all you don't want to watch it right now, so you can watch it later. But is that how important? The man we wanted sold prior to the season starting, Conor Gallagher, is that how important he is to this Chelsea side? He has a red card, a very stupid red card, by the way, and we just cannot play. That was quite something to see. But hey, that is just that. Now, I do have someone that came through on our last video that came through with a comment, and I'm going to be sharing just that and looking into that just now. Hey, share all those comments. We shall be sampling them in the next videos right below in the description. In the comment section, sorry. But yes, Isaac Akugizibwe. I think I've met this guy. I think I've met this guy. Isaac, if you're watching this video, please let me know if you are that Isaac. That is KU, working with the basketball team. If you're the one, hey, please holla. But yeah, he came out and said, Desire, first of all, good job there. Oh, thank you so much. Such comments, man. You have no idea how much they keep me going, guys. But yes, Chelsea owners should sit down and get back to the old winning system. These kids are too average, despite the huge money on them. Spare the defense. Look at the forwards, too lazy, too soft, less focus, and simply below expectations. Now, of course, Isaac was not a very happy person, and it's, as you can see in the comments right there, it is something that I tend to agree with him on, where we're going with this Chelsea side. I want to wait for January and get to see the kind of business that we do. I did mention in that video yesterday, and I will continue to mention it here. I think it's about time that we go back to the market. So I'm not one of those that is saying we don't go to the market in January. We still go back to the market, but we need to be signing less expensive players. I do think that by now our scouting systems have been working. They have identified players that are not just about the hype and just about everything else, but about what we need in this team. And what we need in this team, over and above the skills that the technical team will come up with, from my layman's view, we need players that are mature, players that are leaders, players that bring character to this particular side. We need a Rudiger in there. We need an Azpilicueta, to be honest, and all of that. We need a John Terry. We need a Lampard. We need a Didier Drogba. That character, they don't have to be that good. I think we have great potential within this side, and it is that leadership, that character from these new players that we get to bring in, that maturity, a little bit older players who have experience, especially in the Premier League. If we can identify some that some of their clubs are pushing out or something like that, if we can get some of those bodies into this Chelsea side, I feel that the potential in so many of these young players will be realized before we even know it. So yeah, Let me know what you think about my plans for the January transfer window, even when I know they will not be affecting Chelsea that much. I would love to hear what yours would be. How would you want us to go about January? Who should we be signing? I'm also thinking maybe we should do a video about the top 5 players we should be signing in the summer, if in the winter, that is in January. If it's something that you would love for me to do, hey, let me know in the comment section below, and we shall be definitely, I will be compiling a video of some of the players that I think we should be picking on when the January transfer window gets to open. So hey, it is Throwback Thursday, and today we're going to be looking at an icon of this football club. Today's icon is not a player. He is a man that, well, if it had not been for him, maybe, just maybe, in 1982, the name Chelsea Football Club would have stopped existing, and maybe we would be what? Arsenal fans? Man United fans? Come to think of it, why don't you let me know in the comment section below if you had not ended up being a Chelsea fan? Those moments where Chelsea have been beaten so bad and they're so low, and there is another club that is shining so bright in the English Premier League or in England. Which club would you have been supporting if you were not a Chelsea fan? Which club would you be supporting today if you had not been a Chelsea fan? Comment section below, let me know, and let's get to discuss that. But hey, Kane Bates is the man that we're going to be talking about, because in 1982, he's a man that, well, went out because Chelsea was so indebted. They were down and bust. They couldn't even afford to pay players' wages. And they were really heading down the drain. He paid £1 to buy them, took care of their debts at that particular point, kept us until 2003 when he sold the club for £140 million to, that is Roman Abramovich. We do understand that when he made that sale, he made a £17 million profit, and well, when you make £17 million in 2003, you move, don't you? He went to Monaco, and that's where he lives. How about that? What a legend, what a man, Ken Bates. But a couple of highlights about what Ken Bates was for us. He owned us for 21 years from 1982. Those are some of the things that you want to be taking note of. You want to also note that the first year of him buying us, we survived relegation on the final day of the 1982-83 season. And that is not from the Premier League, that is from the second division. So we could have been even in the third division right there. Well, we survived on the final day, that relegation to the third division, and under Bates, we went on to be earning promotion the very next year. How about that? The Blues, of course, went on to pick up 2 FA Cups, the European Cup Winners' Cup, as well as the League Cup under Bates' time as our owner. He's a man that raised us so much. In fact, in the last 7 years of him owning Chelsea, that is Ken Bates, we never fell out of the top 6. Now remember, we were not a Manchester United, we were not an Arsenal, we were not anything. Matter of fact, I chose Chelsea because all my friends at school were Arsenal, Man United fans, and it was at a time whereby those games were quite violent, the results of that, and you know, those kinds of things. So when Arsenal beat Man United, it was toxic nearly. It was people bantering each other. It wasn't even as kind as it seems to be today. The only difference is today people have social media, so it's all out there. It is strangers bantering strangers. Then it was friends bantering friends or people you've gone to school with, but it wasn't beautiful. So I chose Chelsea because it was the other side. It played good football. It was in my favorite color, which is royal blue. And yeah, they just were never involved in all this drama and all of that. Look at where we are right now. We're asking for trophies and all of those kinds of things. But in the last 7 years, this club, not so big and all of that, was never outside the top 6. So that is big stuff that, of course, Ken Bates managed to do for us. While Ken Bates was our owner, his favorite player ever, that is Gianfranco Zola, as well as people like Roberto Di Matteo, the likes of Gianluca Vialli, they all got to play for Chelsea Football Club. And yeah, like I stated at the start, in 2003, a man named Roman Abramovich, a billionaire from Russia, paid over the market price, and in just about an hour, the negotiation was done, and Roman Abramovich was the new owner of Chelsea Football Club in 2003. Look just how far he has gotten to bring us. And also, we talked about Ken Bates buying the club at £1 million, or at £1 and selling it for £140 million. Abramovich, £140 million he paid for Chelsea. did all the crazy, amazing things he managed to do for us, and sold it for 2.5 billion pounds, and never even touched the money. Those were some boss moves, aren't they? But yeah, Roman Abramovich forever got it. But today, Throwback Thursday, all about Kane bets. Thank you, man. Well, up next is a trip to Everton, and yeah, a couple of weeks ago I would have been very excited about this away trip because, hey, we do better away than we do at home, and yeah, it's no longer the case. 2 away trips, 2 terrible results. One of those was, if you have forgotten, St. Rhys James Park. Yeah, we lost terribly, 4-1 it was, in case you forgot. And then we traveled to Old Trafford on Wednesday, and that too did not go so well. So we can't even exactly call on an away trip. And on a day like this, when we're talking about the Throwback Thursday and all the great things that our club have done over the years and stuff like that, when John Terry was here, when Frank Lampard was here, when Jose Mourinho was here, when Peter Cech and all these people were here, game against Everton was really more about by how many shall we beat them, and after how many Didier Drogba goals. Now, it's a bit different. It's actually very, very different. You do not know what we can expect. Matter of fact, we come into this game expecting, no, scratch that. We come into this game deserving a reaction from those professionals that earn a salary to represent us. And yes, I know it's unfair. Oh no, don't you look at players as people who are earning a living and stuff like that. I'm sorry, they are earning a living. However, they're also human and they ought to perform at a particular level, and sometimes things don't go their way. The only difference is that here you are paid quite highly, that the days on which things don't go your way have got to be so little. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So hopefully, well, something better gets to come our way when we visit Goodison Park on, that will be Sunday. That will be Sunday, December the 10th of 2023. I do not know at what time it will be for where you are, so I will not be going into the times. However, the stop-start continues for, well, is it start-stop or stop-start for Chelsea? But yeah, we lost to Newcastle, won against Brighton, we lost to Manchester United, we better win against Everton. We are now not 18, now they're 19 points from 15 games at the start of this season. That's terrible, man. That's terrible. That's just over a point per game. That is the kind of form, it's probably even worse. I need to look back and check, but it's probably even worse than the form that Jose Mourinho was on when we got sacked. What we have worse points than we had at this stage last season. It is this bad. And you know, I didn't expect that we could have a worse season than we had last year. And I'm not saying we're going to have it this season, but can I completely rule it out? I am not so sure. I am not. However, the positive on all of this is, or in all of this, is that Christopher Nkunku and Romeo Lavia were stated as those who might return on the 10th of December 2023, which is the day we play Everton. Now, I need to state that this was not on the official Chelsea website. It was on some of these other websites across, those ones that continue to give us dates with estimates and all of that. So Nkunku has been pushed forward for a couple of game weeks right now. You want to think that maybe this time he will get to play. Romeo Lavia, we've been told, is slightly behind Nkunku. Are they coming in together? Are they coming off the bench? Are they starting? Are they even playing at all? That is something that we'll hopefully be hearing from, and that is from Mauricio Pochettino tomorrow. But excuse me, as we go into this game, I would love to share with you a head-to-head. The last time we played against Everton was in March early this year, and that was last season really. And in that game, the score was 2-2. The people who scored those goals for us are no longer at the club. João Felix and Kai Havertz, 2 second-half goals. Abdoulaye Doucouré and company also had a goal, had a couple of goals in there for it to end 2-2, obviously. The last 6 games that have been played between Chelsea and Everton have been split in twos, 3 equal twos. 2 wins for Everton, 2 wins for Chelsea. and 2 draws. Only 11 goals have been scored in the 6 games, so it's also not exactly promising of so many goals as far as this particular game is concerned. And well, in that game, Chelsea managed 69% possession, which I believe we'll still manage to get, because I expect Everton to play with a low block. I expect them to give us the ball and tell us, yeah, break us down, score the goals you want to, those goals that you failed to score over the last couple of, months now. So that will be a bit tough. However, I am hoping that Nkunku is playing that game and we have an extra X factor in that particular game, because, well, that will be Palmer and Nkunku, depending on where Nkunku gets to play, and maybe we'll have that 1 or 2 passes that can actually be found by a player that converts it, because today it's not even about creation. When you have Jackson doing the things he did against Manchester United and you have Mauricio Pochettino letting him play all 90 minutes like he did against Manchester United, then you're not so sure. But let's not be so petty. My prediction for that game is 1-0 Chelsea. I am struggling with that, or 2-1, but I'm going to stick to 1-0. I would want to hear what it is that you predict Chelsea will perform like on Sunday. Share that prediction down here in the comment section. Also tell me, do you agree with my analysis on this issue? Where do we differ? And all of those kinds of things. I would love to hear from you. And of course, yeah, you could also go as far as predicting what your lineup could be. I can no longer predict. I am now speaking fancifully. I was very excited when I saw Petrovic warming up against Manchester United. I thought he was coming in. Is he going to come in against Everton? I'm tired of Sanchez, man. But hey, we'll leave that at that. Well, we're coming to an end of this particular video, and I've definitely had a great time putting it together. Throwback Thursday, always amazing. Once again, happy birthday to the captain, the leader, the legend. Big stuff. We love you so much. 43 years of age. Hopefully one day you'll be manager of Chelsea Football Club. Big shout out to Ken Bates for everything you managed to do for Chelsea Football Club. If you'd not done what you did, we probably would be... probably stay in London. That would be so terrible. So thank you so much for the job that you did, and of course, great thanks also to Roman Abramovich for the great stuff that you managed to do. What's your most memorable thing being a Chelsea fan? I would also love to hear that. Comment section below. What's your most memorable? For me, I shared that with you, and I will put it up here. I will try and find that video in which I did that, and that was, I think, the 2012 Champions League final. That still stands out. Does anyone realize how I've tried very much to avoid the 2010 Champions League final in Moscow, where John Terry slipped? I don't think that's what we need to talk about on a day like this when it's his birthday. But hey, leave that at that, people. I am also calling upon you to share with me questions or ideas on videos that you need for me to record. I will be sampling all of these in tomorrow's video, so hey, share them in the comment section, and I will be getting to sample them as we record tomorrow's video. Tomorrow, we do expect to be hearing from the man that is Mauricio Pochettino ahead of that game against Everton. We shall be doing a video to review those views of his, and just about what the team could look like. We should also be having that update on the injuries as far as Chelsea is concerned ahead of that big game over the weekend. By now, we might be celebrating Nkunku about to make his, competitive debut for Chelsea Football Club. Maybe Lavia too, maybe one of them, maybe none of them. But hey, we'll see how that one all gets to go. Join me tomorrow for that particular video, as well as, of course, any other breaking news that might come our way. Also, please, this is a community we need to build together. I love doing this content for you, and I'm sure you love watching it, especially with what we've started today. Also, let me know, how do you like this format of the show, or the videos? Let me know what you think about those. But as you do that, please subscribe. Please turn on the notification bell. Please let every single person you know that just might have an interest in Chelsea or the content that I speak of on this channel to subscribe and turn on the notification button. Please speed up our journey to 1,000 subscribers. Please speed up our journey to monetization. Please speed up our journey to doing greater and more impactful content. Until the next video, please keep the blue flag flying high.